Hello everyone, my name is Jeremiah and I'm the co-founder of Tastemakers, an online marketplace that seeks to connect travelers with the Black experience everywhere. So you ask yourself, what is the Black experience? Well, imagine yourself going to New Orleans to enjoy Creole culture, or going to a Southern restaurant to enjoy some good Southern soul food, or even going to the movie theater to enjoy the Black Panther movie. The Black experience touches your life every day, even if you don't know it. Corporations look at it as a billion-dollar opportunity. Tastemakers seeks to unlock this experience for all travelers wherever this experience exists. Now, there are a lot of players in the industry looking to try to tap into this amongst the travel landscape. You have many companies that are heavily focused on the Black traveler of the US, but with content and media, as opposed to the experience itself. Then you have large travel platforms that have the experiences, but none of them speak to the culture that we're seeking to identify. And then you have small players in the market that are delivering these experiences on the ground, but they don't have the resources to reach the consumer and very hard to find. So Tastemakers is a marketplace that connects these travelers with that experience. And we do it by combining the experience, the authenticity, and the scale on one marketplace so that they can reach these experiences easily. For example, one of my favorite is Chef Zanza's Pan-African Plate in Johannesburg. He brings together less than 16 people to a communal dining table every night in his neighborhood and tells a story about how the neighborhood evolved and why it's important for him to showcase his own experience to travelers that come to Johannesburg. It's fun, it's meaningful, and it's so popular that it was highlighted on Anthony Bourdain's Parts Unknown. This is just a microcosm of the type of experiences that we have on our platform, and we're really excited to showcase all of them globally. Now this is a huge market. By capturing 1% of the 700 million travelers in our target market, we see this as a $7 billion opportunity. And we're starting with the audience that we know best, the Black millennial US traveler who takes more than 2 trips internationally a year. With this, we know who that customer is and we know how to communicate with them. So it's a great start for us and we've been finding traction. Now, how do we make money? Like most marketplaces, we take commission and fees both on the traveler and supplier side. And if you assume the 1% capture that I spoke about on the last slide, pair it with the $92 take rate that we're already seeing on the platform, we expect by 2023 transactions up to $2.2 billion. Now, the traction that we've seen is exciting. But the most exciting thing about this traction, as you can see, as you look through the slide, is the fact that we started in Africa, one of the hardest places to build, and with little money. And we've done such a good job to understand how to build this business that we've decided to grow beyond the African market and go into international cities like Paris, like New York, like DC. And with that experience, we've been able to validate it with distribution partners that we've just acquired. So we're talking about Afropunk, the largest Black millennial festival in the world. We're talking about Airbnb, who we just started a pilot with this month, and Kopinski, a 5-star hotel brand who has global presence. So we're seeing validation and we're excited because in the last 2 months we've also quadrupled our marketplace bookings. So this is not something that we're still trying to test, we're seeing it actively. Now our team is a collection of creatives, technologists, and operators that really know this market, and combined with our advisors from the likes of Uber and TripAdvisor, we have a really, really strong team and we're prepared for the future. We're currently raising a seed round of $1.4 million. That is to increase our engineering team and also deploy resources into the strategies that we already see work for us, and we're excited for the future. Thank you.
concept of trying to help travelers connect with much more unique experiences than just going to the Eiffel Tower. So you and Tech, I think, are both doing something that's really interesting on that front. And as a frequent traveler, that's the kind of experience that I want. And so I think that you're, how can you broaden beyond your current target market of just kind of the Black community via partnerships is really interesting. Because I think that it's something that a lot of the big distributors would be interested in pursuing.
Absolutely. Our first step, we have several, but our first step are the distribution partners that we seek to bring on. So I mentioned the Kempinski, but that's just one of several hotels that we're working with on the ground to broaden our distribution and that have travelers that look different from the market that we're working on from a digital perspective. We're also tapping into experiences that we know are complementary to ours. For example, Safari. Many people take Safari, and what we're hearing from Safari partners is, hey, people are actively asking us, what can I do before and after when I land into big city X? And we're saying, hey, partner with us. We have those experiences on the ground. So it's about finding distribution partners that do tap into different communities, and we're already doing that now.
Are you reinventing the wheel with building a platform? Could you possibly be white labeling something and then just applying your unique content and customer base against it?
That's possible, but for us it's really important to own the message. To own the message in this regard, we started much at the beginning as almost like a quasi-content company. A lot of our traction came on social media, and what we found is that we were able to speak a message that resonated with the community that we started with, and moving forward, owning that message is really important to us because when you talk about the places, especially in Africa, that we're going, you have to be able to make it inclusive and you have to be able to make it aspirational for people to go. And for us, it's important to own that content and messaging and the experience that goes along with it.
Yeah, I think related to Cliff's question, can you talk a little bit about how the way inventory is kind of positioned and listed on your platform is different than if we found it on another platform? So basically, how does the booking experience kind of, is it stronger or better than if we found something on, Airbnb experiences, for example?
Sure. Well, the first thing is we seek to bring on experiences that could not be found anywhere else. We have community managers in every country that we work in, and they're actively looking for new experiences to bring on to our platform. So the first thing I say is, hey, we're not trying to just pick the cookie cutter things, and we strive to find things that you can't find anywhere else. Additionally, I would say that for, I'm sorry, I just drew a blank. So,
that first answer is perfect.
Okay.
You can't find the inventory anywhere else.
Okay.
That's better than that.
Really unique model, but I missed the technical innovation component of it.
Sure. So two things. First, we are really striving to deploy AI-enabled recommendations because we own the itinerary. We know what is unique about these travelers. And the second thing is real-time automated communications. Because we know how people book, how they travel, we can deploy these messages before and during the experience.
Thank you very much, Jeremiah.